Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you with a new Let's Play series on Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn. This is going to be taking the spot of Supernova for now, just until they roll out a new update for, I suppose for the Baron. The Baron's I don't want to even start the Baron's route right now because I'm just going to have to stop it, like, really soon because, like, I think his content ends, like, as soon as the funeral starts, but, yeah. Anyway, guys, so expect some new content from this. Alright, so I have no idea what to expect. It looks like they've already got some kind of sequel planned, Tales from Woodcrest. That's pretty cool. Alright, I can't wait. Apparently this is done really well. Let's go ahead and jump right back into it, guys. Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes, and let's jump right in. Please don't have any, copyrighted music, please. Okay, here we go. A fresh start, a bold leap into the unknown. I hated my life. I felt like my day-to-day routine was something more akin to imprisonment. I despised where I lived with its leaky pipes, cramped rooms, fading wallpaper, and creaky floors. I hated that I worked impossibly hard for a substandard wage under a megalomaniacal boss content to leave me with no free time and no quality of life. And so I mustered the courage to put it all behind me and start over. My destination? A new dawn. Good afternoon, passengers, and thank you for riding with us today. We are now departing the station at Summervale, and will soon begin our ascent through the mountains to reach our destination of Woodcrest. We expect to have arrived in around 40 minutes from now. Please make yourselves comfortable and enjoy the trip. Destination, I got no reason to doubt. I had foolishly expected there would be fewer passengers aboard following our stop in Summervale. On the contrary, there were a precious few seats with several people walking the aisle hoping to find an open spot. I knew it was only a matter of time before I had company. Excuse me. Oh, my, look at you. Sure enough, there stood a young cheetah eagerly eyeing up the empty seat beside me. Is this seat taken? Is this seat free? I was the type to avoid sharing seats on public transport where possible, but I knew the train was much too full to be picky, and having him go elsewhere would just be rude. I gave him a gentle nod and slid along the seat towards the window, allowing him room to sit down. Thanks! I'm sorry to intrude, Mr. My other person's name is Adrian. Let's go with Brian. David Gilbert. No, there's already one Brian David Gilbert on YouTube. There doesn't need to be another. Brian. Alrighty. My name's Brian. Mr. Brian, my name's Axel. Good to meet you. Holy. This music is loud. Loud music. Okay. Alright, there we go. I think that's pretty good. Okay. I like this menu and everything. Good to meet you. He held out his hand, offering a handshake, an offer I accepted. But somewhat awkwardly. I could already tell Axel was the chatty sort. At least I knew I would not be bored for the remainder of the trip. So, business or pleasure? What do you mean? I ride this route often when I go to visit my parents in Summervale. Though I've never seen you before. Are you visiting Woodcrest on vacation? Actually, I'm planning on staying put. Oh, you're moving? Neat. Have you been to Woodcrest before? Nope, this will be my first time. Wow, that's brave. Did you bring anything with you? Only the essentials. I sold everything I could not fit in on a carry-on bag. I call it a fresh start. You've organized somewhere to stay? I'll be staying with an old friend I haven't seen in years to start. I plan to organize something more permanent a little later on. Oh, that's really cool. I'm excited for you. I moved from Summervale a little over a year ago. I didn't know anybody at first, so it was kind of hard, but thankfully I made some friends pretty quickly, and that helped me get settled in. Oh, excuse me. There's heaps of things to see and do in Woodcrest, too, so I doubt you'll ever get bored. Oh, yeah? What kind of things? All depends on what you're into. There's a couple of really neat shopping malls, a sweet arcade, lots of cool shops and the like. And if you're more outdoorsy, there's plenty of running tracks, a lake to swim in, and there's even heaps to see further out in the woods. Woods? Yeah, Woodcrest is a big place. And there's lots of areas that haven't been built up yet. If you head out far enough, there's heaps of caves, abandoned buildings, and all kinds of other cool stuff. That actually sounds kind of exciting. I might check those out sometime. Really? Well, my friend Dom and we often go exploring to see what we can find. If you'd like, you can come with us. Oh yeah, I think I already want to go with Axel on my first run. Sure, that'd be great. Let's go ahead and save this part right here. Sure. You'd do that? Sure, that'd be great. Axel grinned and slipped me a piece of paper. That's my number. If you're bored, give me a call. Thanks, Axel. You're too kind. It's okay. I think it'll be fun. We managed to fill the rest of the journey with idle chatter. I told him of my horrible apartment, my even more horrible bosses, and how excited I was to get away from it all and do something new. That's so cool. I'm really glad for you. Woodcrest is a really neat place. I'm sure you're going to love it. Good evening, passengers. We'll be arriving at the station in Woodcrest shortly. Once we've stopped, please gather up any luggage you may have brought on board and make your way off the train in an orderly fashion. Thank you for riding with us, and please enjoy your time in Woodcrest. Oh, we're arriving already? Wow. Train ride. With my luggage in tow, I disembarked the train and entered the station with Axel following close behind. So, what's the plan now? My friend should be waiting somewhere nearby. I'll meet up with him when I find him. I see. Well, I'll leave it to you then. It was great meeting you. Remember to call me if you need anything, okay? Sure thing. Thanks, Axel. No problem. Good luck and welcome to Woodcrest. Axel waved before turning away and being absorbed into the huge crowd. I scanned across the groups of people looking for a familiar face but came up blank. Where was he? He hadn't forgotten, had he? As the crowds thinned, it became clear that Diego hadn't arrived yet. I suppose I should not have been surprised. I found a seat and pulled out my phone to pass the time. He'd be fashionably late as always, I was sure of it. I wondered, what would life be like in Woodcrest? Would this be the right decision? How much had Diego changed in the past 2 years? Diego was in the sophomore year when I began my first. That year, student accommodation was overbooked and we were forced to share a room. It all worked out well, though, as we quickly became best friends. We even shared a few classes here and there, making up enough credits for our respective degrees. He finished his studies at the end of my second year and moved straight to Woodcrest, while I remained finishing my final year, entering the workforce immediately after. Truthfully, I doubt I would have chosen Woodcrest as my destination if Diego hadn't been here. He was always a good friend, and I regretted not keeping in touch. At least I now had a golden opportunity to right that wrong. Yo, what are you doing staring at a blank phone? Oh, hello there. Oh, hello. You got a bandage on your nose. You get into fights. Having been lost in thought, my phone screen had long since been timed out, although I wasn't going to take the blame for that. Well, if you weren't late, maybe I wouldn't be. I wasn't that late. Come on. He was that late, and quite a lot bigger than I remembered him being. Honestly, though, it kind of suited him. He's a big boy. You're still the same as ever. You're still as timely as ever. Ah, shut up about that already. I wasn't that late. Just how much time do you spend at the gym exactly? You're huge. Not nearly as much as I'd like to. Bullshit, look at those arms. Yeah, well, I try. Anyway, it's getting dark out. We'll have plenty of time to catch up back at my place. Sound good? Sounds good. Let's get going. There's a big fucking dude. That's actually a pretty nice place. Make yourself at home. I'm grabbing something from the kitchen. I'll be right back. First thing I noticed on my arrival was the smell. A familiar scent from years long past. A nostalgic scent that was unmistakably Diego's. It brought back pleasant memories. I took a seat on Diego's couch, awaiting his return. It wouldn't have to wait long, and he did so in a possession of a larger paper bag containing a lot of alcohol. Vodka, whiskey, gin, you name it. Well, you're wasting no time. We must celebrate. I haven't seen you in 2 years. I'm certainly not opposed, but if I don't eat something first, I'm liable to black out in 2 minutes flat. Way ahead of you. Aha! Right on cue. Diego left the room to answer the door and returned carrying a veritable mountain of pizza boxes. What the? Who else is coming around? What do you mean? This is all for us. All of that? Growing boys like us need plenty of food, am I right? There's so much wrong with that statement, I don't even know where to start. Shh. Less complaining, more eating. Each box contained a different pizza. Chicken, Alfredo, pepperoni, sausage and meatball, cheese and garlic, barbecue pulled pork, and I hardly knew where to begin. I'm feeling daring. Barbecue pulled pork on pizzas. Now that's a bold choice. I dig it. Pulled pork is my weakness. Fine taste, my friend, fine taste. Wait. Wait, how do I go back? Wait. How do I go back? Is there a way to go back? Oh, let me look this up real quick. I like this music. This is good music. What the f... I can't go back. Okay. Bad. Ah, damn it! Okay. Well then, allow me to be the first person to welcome you to Woodcrest. Hate to break it to you, but that makes you the second. What? How? I had company on the ride over. Bah, of course. So, how have you been? How's life? It has its ups and downs. The money here ain't bad, and there's plenty of work. Hasn't been without its challenges, though. What kind of challenges? Recently broke things off with my ex. The relationship was, well, let's just say it wasn't pretty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Diego. Jimmy. Ha! It's fine. That's life, right? On a more positive note, I now officially own this house. Whoa, I'm jealous. I could barely afford to rent a crappy apartment back in the city, and here you are owning a house. Well, you made the right choice moving into Woodcrest, then. There's plenty of properties being built up as we speak, which is keeping prices steady. It's still not too expensive here, and there's heaps of work around, so you shouldn't have any problems finding anything. Speaking of, what are your plans for work? You're planning on living in Woodcrest, aren't you? That's the plan. I'm taking a bit of a vacation first, though. I'm gonna get to know the place, you know, meet some people and enjoy some time off before I settle down. I'll figure out the specifics later on. Okay. It's okay that I stay with you for a little while, yeah? I wouldn't be intruding? Of course not. To be honest, it's gotten awful lonely around here lately. I'm looking forward to having someone else around. I've been living on my own for the past 2 years. I'm sure the company will be a nice change. Oh Lord, oh my God, he is fucking plastered. When Mrs. Roscoe came back and saw what you had on the projector, I thought for sure she was gonna explode. I was sure I'd failed the class right then and there. I was lucky they took pity on me on account of my good grades. Kitty, no! Stop that! No! Knock it off, cat! We spent much of the night reminiscing about our time in the university together. With all the mischief we'd caused, it was a miracle we both had our degrees. Diego stood up to get another bottle of cola to mix with his whiskey, but staggered slightly as he did. Whoops! Think I've had enough. I tried it and failed to hide a yawn. I was exhausted. It had been a long day after all, and the alcohol wasn't helping with that. I think that's a sign we should both call it quits for the night, huh? You're right. We'll have plenty of time to catch up tomorrow, after all. That's right. We'll have the spare room. Well, the spare room is down the hallway, the last door on your left. You can't miss it. Thanks, Diego. I stood up and, or much like Diego, I tried to. I lost my balance and stumbled into the wall. Do you need to be carried? Thanks, but no thanks. I've got this. If you say so. Well, I'm gonna put these leftovers in the fridge and call it a night. I'll see you in the morning, bud. Thanks, Diego. I had a great night. See you in the morning. Sure thing. And hey, it's great seeing you again, Brian. You too, Diego. We smiled at one another for a few short moments before Diego turned and departed the room with our leftover pizza. Shortly after, I followed suit, making a beeline for Diego's spare room. I crawled under the covers of the spare bed and relived the day in my mind. I'd met Axel, who seemed very nice. In addition, Diego and I still got on well, and there was definite chemistry between us. I'd expected that I'd meet lots of new people in the coming days. If any of them were up to the standards already set by Diego and Axel, I would be in a terrific company. I'd be in terrific company. No! Knock it off! Knock it off! God, you're a nutty little cat. I was having a great time in Woodcrest, and I'd only just arrived. I fell asleep with a wide grin, imagining what the coming days would bring. Gonna bring some man meat is what they're gonna bring. Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Right there, buddy? It was already light out. I hadn't set my alarm, but couldn't knock the feeling I'd overslept. I grabbed my phone and checked the time. 10:14 a.m. I hadn't taken note of when I'd gone to sleep, but it must have been at least 12 hours ago. My attention was suddenly drawn to a delicious smell and a distinct sizzling coming from a distant end of the house. I excitedly dressed myself and hurried to investigate. Morning, sleepyhead. Had me wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I overslept. Wish I'd set my alarm. You'd be well rested for the long, hard day ahead. Speaking of long and hard, want a sausage? Will you make fun of me if I say yes? Only when you least expect it. Great. Eggs, onions, bacon? I nodded vigorously, only narrowly avoiding flicking my drool all around the room. Coming right up. Diego loaded up 2 plates of food and passed one to me as we approached the couch and sat down to eat. So, I assume you have something planned for today from what you said before? Sure do. Was gonna introduce you to a couple of friends, if you're cool with it. Can't see why not. Ought to make friends if I plan on living here long term. Right you are. We can get going as soon as you finish your delicious sausage. Ooh, arcade. Diego had taken me to the local arcade. According to him, we'd be meeting 2 of his friends here. Alright, now where are they at? They should be here already. Ah! Before us stood a slender young fox. Ooh, cuties. Diego, you're not late for a change. Yeah, keep talking. And soon approached a familiar face. Oh! Hey, Diego, and you're... Brian, I didn't expect to be seeing you so soon. Wait, did I miss something? You 2 know each other? Yep, he's the guy I met on the train yesterday. Good to see you again, Axel. Well, ain't it a small world? Fox walked over to me and offered me a handshake. Brian, was it? Axel mentioned him having met you. He seemed quite taken with you. That's not true. I mean, it is, but... I get excited when I meet new people. I nodded in confirmation of my name and shook the fox's hand. And you are... Dominique. Dom for short. Nice meeting you. And you? So, Diego, what's the plan? Well, we're already here. Who wants to lose at Chrono Calamity, huh? Oh, no. I learned my lesson last time. I'm gonna hit Dance Master 0. You're still too chicken to... Oh, God. Air caught my throat. Okay. You're still too chicken to race me at Overdrive 5000. I wasn't familiar with any of the options, but each of the guys was looking for a challenger. Maybe the first one... Okay, so maybe the first run I'll go with Diego. Okay, that makes sense. Let's do it. Ooh, it's on. It's on like Michelle Kwan. Hey, she made sacrifices to get where she is. I challenged Diego at a shooting game with plastic gun controllers. I spent most of the first level getting my bearings and learning the controls. Diego was doing most of the killing. Come on, dude, I'm burning through all my ammo here. I'm trying, but I keep getting hit when I leave cover. Shoot the guys who are aiming at you first, that way they can't shoot you. Easier said than done. Moving into the second level, my performance had thankfully improved significantly. Shoot the guy on the balcony, he drops a special weapon. On it! I did as instructed and was rewarded with a bazooka. Oh, nice! Save that for the boss. We'll need it. What boss? Sure enough, moments later, we were in the vehicle chase surrounded by goons and armored trucks. Now, bazooka! Alright, guys, I'm gonna pause it right here. Thank you all so much. Actually, you know what? Let's One shot was enough to transform the Jeeps and their passengers into balls of flame. Oh yeah! Suck it! I then moved into the third level. The enemies here were armed with machine guns, and I took a few hits early on. While I'd managed to figure out their attack patterns, I lost too much health and died to a stray bullet I hadn't seen coming. Diego continued on for a little while longer, but eventually died to the level's boss, with a drastically higher score than mine. I told you that you would lose. I didn't do too badly. I've never played that game before. Well, you'll need to get some practice in for next time, then. The boss on the final stage has been giving me trouble ever since the game came out. I could really use a player, too. Actually sounds fun. I'll get some more practice in the next time I'm here. I'm gonna pause it right here. Alright, thank you guys for watching. This has been a premiere episode of Sileo. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!